We see the umpires here this afternoon in Steve Ellison and Jeff Twitt. Jeff Twitt holds the ball aloft to commence the first bounce. Down it goes. Not a particularly good bounce. It actually bounced it the way there of the Centrals. Out comes Shelley, claimed with the footy, held to him, says the umpire, and he's going to have a ball up perhaps 10 metres into the attacking zone of the Centrals. I can tell you that Finlay didn't start in the middle as predicted, but I reckon he'll drift in there after this first bounce, Ron. Okay, knocked forward by the Centrals over the running the football, Peter Brown, as we see Kev Corio, the skipper, working hard. Caught one a bit high, breaks clear. Good football, Corio. Kicks long to half forward. Couldn't find the target. The loose ball now bouncing. We see that young Manson comes through strong, taps it forward. Good support from Swampy Marsh. Collard gives it across to Teddy, who's met solidly there by, I think you'll find Mickey Galauka. Used some good strong hip and shoulder work, but good strong defensive football by Superman Adam Kent in the back line, and he forces it over the line and out of bounds with the Centrals are doing early tacking, and so they should be with this breeze. Got to be worth 3 to 4 goals if it's used right. Run up they go. Mick Howard goes up, tries to take the ball out of the air, lost it on the way down. In goes Manson. That's Ross Paul Manson at the bottom of the pack. Gets a hand pass out. Got his teammate here in the Ian Cockerell. He punt kicks the ball up out of the fence towards centre wing. Keating running onto the footy with a bit of pace. Can't gather it. Picked up by might have been Cornwall, was it? Hand pass over the top to Edridge. Edridge, a 25-metre hand pass. A good one to Greg Cockerell. They kicks it all into attack. Running in from the side. Boyle couldn't quite get to it. Back goes Nash, kicks it off the ground and defends with the fence, and it's gone over the line and out of bounds. Boundary throw in. Gee, Matty Foote was a bit fortunate that the umpire didn't pick up. He took Rod Boothroyd right out of the contest there, and the ball was 20 metres away. No free kick, as we see that now. An opportunity for the went out on the full, actually, Ron. That kick from Nash, a desperation kick, and it went out on the full, and so a free kick to Corio. You'll find it could be young Manson wearing the 14 jersey. Dean Manson, I think you'll find. Comes in, the drop punt, he's kicked it right across the face, I think you'll find, and is out of bounds on the full. Well, the wind pretty awkward there for him. He had to try to kick it across the goal and bend it back into the breeze. It was going to always be a difficult kick. He didn't quite do that, and Matty Foote's going to take the free kick down there in the back pocket. He's picked up Boothroyd, with Nash looks like playing in the back pocket. Actually, Nash is actually playing on Boyle at centre-half back. Here's the kick from Foote, long one. Up goes Marsh towards centre wing, can't mark it. Tap further forward there for Corio. Back it comes towards their half-forward line. Ian Cockerell, Greg Cockerell gets the foot into it. It bounces before the line, or does it? No, the boundary umpire right on the job there, Ronnie Brain. He said it bounced just over the line, and a free kick goes to the Centrals, and the dashing skipper, the half-back, Kev Corio, comes in on the left foot. Kicks it long, lovely kick to the centre wing, over the pack of players. A bouncy ball, sees Adam Kent swoop on it, under pressure there from the 26 Guernsey. Greg Hart, he's listed as 25 in the program as well for our listeners. Yes, but it is Greg Hart wearing the long sleeve 26 Guernsey. He infringes on Adam Kent, gets the free kick at half-back, and he's gone straight down the corridor. Poor footy because it's fallen straight to the arms of Mickey Galauka. Poor move that, because Corio have attacked right around this grandstand flank here, the dead side. That time Kent speared the ball towards Fatty half forward, and he found the safe hands of Galauka. Now Galauka's gone the pass, and as Bronny said, Fatty, that's Fatty Fordham for those who don't know. Chris, as he listed in the record, Fatty as we know him, he's taken the mark. He's well within scoring distance. He has to aim for the left-hand goal post. Comes in, Fordham for the first goal of the match. Punt kicks, it's drifting away to the right-hand side, heading for the bingo zone. 1 point only on the board. First blood goes to the Centrals. Yeah, interesting there, seeing behind the mark, running with Chrissy Fordham, and that was quite disturbing, actually. I think I'd put him off. It was the 38 Guernsey for Corio there in Port Manson. Good work. Yeah, well, he achieved the result, Ron. Here's the kicking, long kicking, well out over half-back, over the defensive half-back. Shelley goes in, lays a tackle. Hand pass comes out towards Corio, but Pooley intercepts well. Now chance for McNamara to get a hand pass clear. He can't towards Marsh. In come the Centrals. They have numbers out here, and Peter Brown picks it up. Little left foot kick is smothered. It's close to the boundary line out there on the far centre wing. Werribee Centrals one behind. Corio yet to score, and the ball beats all players over the line after the kick was smothered off the boot of Pies Brown. 4.5 minute mark of the first quarter of the 93 Division 1 GDFL preliminary final. Sees how the ball picked up on Darren Finlay on the left foot. It's a lovely pass, and in front taking a strong grab is Chris Fatty for them. Good mark that too, because he had to lean back
The ball carried a little bit further than he thought it was going to. He had to lean back. He still had enough pace out in front there to take the mark. He's grabbed it now. He should have learned from the previous kick. He has too. He comes in and bangs the first goal on the board for the Centrals. Yes, sir. Goal umpire gives it the OK. And Werribee Centrals go to 117 on the guest video WIR FM scoreboard, leading Corio, who have yet to make an impression on the scorekeeper's pad.
Yes, good call, Cookie, and good football there from the Centrals. All set up by, I think you'll find it by Brad Miller, that tapped the ball out. And the swooping on it was the sentiment Darren Finlay, who finished it off with a lovely left foot pass to the leading Fordham, who finished off with a great goal for the Centrals. Early stages, 5-minute mark of the preliminary final.
He looks dangerous to Ford, and the umpire puts it down. Sam Janiver's clearly beaten by Pula on this occasion, knocks it 25 metres. Oh, Jimmy Onto ran to the umpire when he was about to get possession. In goes Finlay, bundled off the 40, picked up by Marsh. Marsh of Corio, little left foot kick towards centre wing, standing his ground well. Justin Morley punt kicks back to the attacking zone, but Onto takes the mark. Wants to play on immediately because he saw Sen Janiv on his own. Spilled off Sen Janiv's hands, picked up by Cousins, who shows a great deal of dash. Punt kicks towards half forward. Mark to Corio. Philip Boyle has taken the mark in front of Peter Nash. Good mark by Boyle there. Touched it well, didn't he? Yeah, got in front. The ball dropped a little bit short into the bruise. He put the hands on it, got it the second grab, and Boyle, he's a fair way out, Rumbies. He's going to kick right in the guts of this breeze.
Yes, certainly. Good 50 metres. The leaders on, guys. Good work there, Boothroyd, but chipping in was Morley. Well, Boothroyd caught one, but he evaded the high tackle as he screws the ball back to the corridor. Good footy. Rodney Boothroyd and Cal Cooting comes in and takes a timely grab.
Timely grab, it bounced off the tummy, but he was able to get it the second time. He goes out wide. That's a better position to aim at a goal from because what's his name? Boyle's gone out there to take the mark, covering plenty of territory early stages of the first quarter of the preliminary final of 1993. And Boyle, who realised he couldn't keep the distance before, he now might fancy himself run. He's got to kick it from almost 50 metres, and it's into the breeze. Boothroyd gives him the lead now. The pass is on. It's too high for Boothroyd, too high for Matty Foot, who might have got into his back, I felt. But at the back of the pack, a mark has been taken, and Peter Nash, with the ponytail blowing in the breeze, has taken the mark in the back pocket for the Centrals.
Nash now elects to go short. That's dangerous football because Philip Boyle said thank you very much. Comes in and takes the easiest of chest marks in front of Greg Hart. Boyle. Long, lovely kick. Looks to Boothroyd. Bundle out of the contest by Matty Foot. Breaking through the traffic. Great goal in Cockrell. How did he get through there?
He was a basketballer. He travelled. He jumped over two of them. Ran round and kicked a banana kick at his right foot. That's a contender for Painter's pot goal of the day. First blood to Corio. Kicked by the veteran Ian Cockrell.
Yes, great goal. And yes, that just shows you that there's holes in the defence of Corio because, I should say, Werribee Centrals shouldn't have allowed Ian Cockrell to do what he did. He just broke through one tackle and just kept running straight at goal and kicked from about 1 metre. Great goal.
Yes, super effort that. They worked the ball well on the forward line there. They weren't bombing away from long distances run. They knew they couldn't make distance a couple of times. Boyle looked for Boothroyd on the lead. Both at once he got his hands up, the other time just too far. But at least they're looking for him and they're prepared to move the ball into the forward line, not just try and kick goals from 55 metres out into the breeze.
Certainly, as we see now, the ball back to the centre as the big men fly. As we see it kicked out of the centre as the bouncing ball now up to half forward for the Werribee Central side. She bundled out of the contention there was Dowling as we see Corio defence through the agency of Manson. Kick it to half back. It was a bit of an up and under. Put players under a bit of pressure, did Paul Manson, as we see that that pressure forces the ball over the line and out of bounds. Half forward members side for the Centrals.
Good work, Darren Finlay and that group there. Got the hands of the footy, couldn't hold them up, but fought on pretty well as the boundary umpire throws it back in. And again, Pulai wins it down. A little kick out of the pack doesn't travel any distance. Cousins picks it up and unfortunately just ran over the line before he got back into it. And Finlay tackled him and Cousins didn't like it much. And the two good footballers there, I might add, both of them, get back to the footy, boys, and they have to now because the boundary umpire puts it back into play. Pulai taps it to the ground. They stack in on top of it. Sanjaniv at the bottom of the pack. The umpire said you didn't knock it out, Blado, and the free kick going to go to Mick Galauka of the Central.
A little tough. He did it in the end, but a little bit slow, according to umpire Steve Allison. That'll encourage them to keep the ball moving at all costs.
That'll keep it honest for sure, Ronnie. The lead is on. The kicker's into the forward line, drifting across the face of the pack there. Daddy Fordham claim without it. A knockout comes towards Swampy Marsh. Should have swallowed that one, lost it, and they stack it on top of it out there at the back of the pack. Keating picks it up. The umpire's paid a free kick. Going to go the Central's way once more.
Yes, and that came to the fact that there was good endeavour shown, and I think you'll find it's the youngster back of the side too. Timmy Ellis, I think
Looks like Timmy won't give us a look yet. 44 on the back, Roddy. Timmy Ellis going to have the shot.
About 50 metres out from goal, directly in front. Kicks from about 52. It's a lovely kick. Just loose to the side. Distance wasn't a problem. He's kicked that 65 metres. Accuracy did suffer because of it. That is only 1 point.
Yeah, they've got to aim at least for the left-hand goalpost when shooting from straight in front. Ronnie, he aimed at the middle of the goals and it drifted away. But good to see him getting in the game early. Of course, Tim Ellis been out with a bad injury.
Certainly, and we see the ball brought back into play by Paul Manson. Goes short and finds Adam Kent there in the back pocket. Kicks long, up there looking for the high flyers. Back of the pack there was Nevada Corbell. He couldn't take the ball. Timmy Ellis can. Screws it over the right shoulder on the left boot. The bouncing ball leads all players. And, well, good defensive football there. I think you'll find was the leader of the band, Darren McNamara. Happy to see the ball go through for a rushed point.
Had no option there, Roddy. Couldn't knock it out of bounds. He'd have been free kicked. He had to concede the point. Manson kicks into half back and drifting across and taking a nice mark. Ian Cockrell, the will of the West veteran, takes it. He's got Keating on here short on the wing if he wants to use him. The kick's a bit far for Keating. Oh, diving in from the side, Nevada Corbell in the short sleeves today. That's how hot it is. Never seen him in short sleeves. Takes a good mark. Grandstand side of the ground, half back flank. Kicks to the centre wing. The ball holds up in the breeze. High flyers want him. Up they go. Pooleye playing like a robot, trying to get out towards Nash. Nash tackle without the footy. Play on the call. Umpire's going to come in and ball up right in front of the interchange bench. Centre wing possession. Scoreboard shows after 11 minutes of the first quarter. 1 goal, 3, 9 points on the board of the Centrals. And Corio into the breeze have got 1 goal straight, 6 points.
Up by Jeff Twitt, puts the ball to ground. Lovely bounce too. Pulleye gets it to the direction of Keogh. Couldn't control it. Slapped forward there by Ian Cockrell. Now an opportunity. We see the racehorse and assistant coach there at Edridge. Punted up to the full forward line. Oh, Matty Foot dropped the soda. Here's a go now. Justicino butters up well in the last line of defence. The hand pass. Looks there for, I think you'll find was Cunningham. He got good support though. As we see that the centreman in Finlay kicks along the centre wing. But at the back of the pack, Cockrell. He kicks it straight across the ground. You wouldn't believe it. Straight down the throat of Ronnie Beck, who says thank you very much.
Yeah, Becky couldn't believe it. Punt kicks long towards Fordham's up. Can't mark at the base of the pack. Through comes Shelley. The eggshell gets the hand pass away. It's a beauty to Manson. Manson gives it back to Shelley. He runs through centre half back with a bit of strength and determination. Punt kicks out wide towards centre wing. Looking out there for his teammate and fighting Marsh it is. Picks it up on the right foot. Punt kicks in towards half board. Boyle's a chance and Boyle takes the mark out on the attacking 50-metre zone. Far side of the ground. 9 points plays 6.
Bit of a mismatch there, isn't there? Justicino picking up Boyle. He kicks long to the goal square. Got to be a free kick to McKinnon against Justin Morley. He pushed him right in the middle of the back in the goal square. And Dave McKinnon will get the free kick for the Corio side. And a little bit of misfortune, I would suggest.
Well, I'd suggest good umpiring, Ron. That was there. It was in front of goal, but it was there. You got to pay him. Oh, he might have missed. He's kicked to the right-hand goal post. Wait on this. He's missed it.
Gee whiz.
Oh, and a couple of experienced players there run across as he hung his head. Greg Cockrell went across and said, come on, son, go pick up your man. That's gone now. 1 point only on the board to McKeon. It would have been a pretty handy goal into the breeze run at the, 14-minute mark of the first quarter.
They're going to kick that one.
1 point only to Dave McKinnon. Here's the kick out from the full-back position. Foot's a lovely kick out the half-back. Manson's a chance, couldn't handle it. Finlay at the back of the pack. He's always in the packs. Gets a little kick. It travels about 25 metres. Gets it probably nearly 3 kicks away from Corio's goal now because it's over the line and out of bounds midway between centre wing and half forward flank. Corio in attack, but trailing on the scoreboard 7 points to 9. But they are kicking into perhaps a 3 to 4 goal win here this afternoon, which is tipped to freshen later in the day, Ross.
Yes, certainly. Great work from James Pulleye. Got it down to Ronnie Beck, who punts it up awkwardly on the right foot, which is the non-preferred side of his body. Up there to reach the Vic Howard. Under pressure there from Jimmy on Turk. Good pressure indeed because it forces the football over the line and out of bounds. Members side, half forward flank for the Werribee Central side. 15 minutes have gone in the first quarter. Werribee Central's 1-3-9. Lead Corio 1-1-7.
I think Chris Howard will be looking for the ball, but to be better delivered to that. David Dowling sharks it out of the pack, powers into the forward line, picked up by Peter Brown. He's had a flying shot to the right, but it goes deep into attack, but it's offline, and Darren McNamara concedes it behind and carries it through. 1 point off the boot there of Pies Brown.
Have you considered the fact that Peter Brown, who normally plays at centre-half back, is appearing to be ruck-rolling today?
Yeah, or either that or a half-forward flank, Ronnie. Here's the kick out, long one out to half-back. Player interfere with here for Corio. Get a free kick, and it's going to be Mark Ettridge taking the ball inside the defensive 50, and he'll kick them out towards the centre wing.
It's a lovely kick too. Dave McKinnon in there at ground level, like Greg Cockrell. Good work. Gives it to Swampy Marsh, who chips a little one over the top to the run of Ian Cockrell. But the ball was too well weighted for him, and now we see that Peter Nash comes in, and he's happy to see it go over the line and out of bounds. About 60 metres from the Corio goal on the outer side of the Western Oval, where there's quite a number of people now basking in the sunshine up there on the hill, enjoying the entertainment here this afternoon.
Boundary throw in. Boyle does the ruck work and wins it against Pooley on this occasion, but it goes straight to the ground. Finlay dives in on top of it for the Centrals. He's well tackled by his opponent there in the number 2 Guernsey, Ian Cockrell, who holds the ball in. It's still low, perhaps 2 kicks away from Corio's goal, perhaps 60 metres out. Umpire starts proceedings again by bouncing it down. Can they get it out of the pack? There's about 20 players out there. Finlay flips it out, but it goes to Ettridge. Ettridge goes quickly on the right foot towards centre half forward. Boothroyd comes out. He got the shock of his life. He cleared the pack. He dropped the mark. The hand pass, the good one to Cornwall, who's good enough to elude the tackle there. A big matty foot. Nevada Cornwall bangs long on the right foot into the goal mouth. Up they go. Is there a mark there to the Centrals? I think it might be paid, Ron. It's a good one too.
Justin Morley, I think you'll find.
Yes, it is. Good mark under pressure.
On the left foot, kicks it long, out to the outer side of the ground. Oh, Semjeni flew high, couldn't take the ball. Finlay with quick hands to the run there of his teammate at half back was Jamie Ellis. But his left foot kick, it gave it quite a good distance there, a good 55 metres. But unfortunately, he's popped it on the full on that outer side centre wing. And we wait now on the Superman, Adam Kent, to regain possession for the Corio side.
We'll be waiting a while. The ball's got into someone's backyard on the far side of the ground. While we're waiting for that, let's talk about Rod Boothroyd, leading well up there, had the hands on 2, hasn't held them both. Needs to grab a couple of those for a bit of confidence from, because soon he'll be at the other end with the bruise coming with him, and he'll give him a help. They'll be looking for him to grab some big marks.
First got Adelaide, and they're 1 goal 6. Hawthorn 1 behind.
Okay, thanks Shane, and we've
Call for a new ball, Ronnie.
Yes, we have.
So there's a kid living in one of those houses over there that's got a new one. He got a brand spanking new one. It's only been used for 13, 14 minutes, I suppose.
Okay.
Here comes Kent, Adam Kent, on his predictable left foot. Punt kicks the ball towards half forward. Up they go. Oh, high mark taken here. I would have paid that to Cornwall. Play on as the call. I thought he brought that one down, Ronnie.
Jamie Ellis at the back of the pack too. Got up quite substantially, but no mark was paid to either player. Umpire Jeff Twitt bounces down in the forward flank outer side of the Western Oval. Corio doing the attacking. Jeff Cockrell quickly up there to the Boothroyd under pressure. Good work, Matty Foot. Slaps it out though, Boothroyd to Cockrell. Gave it to his teammate there, McKinnon, who's quick kick towards goal. And Shark by Cicino. He defends well for the Centrals. Out to Nash. He's had trouble picking it up. He scoops it forward. Good footy to Beck. Beck now slaps it on his left foot out there. Looking for Hart was held. And yes, Greg Hart will get the free kick out there at centre wing for the Werribee Central side.
Greg Hart wearing the long sleeves. Temperature not a problem for Greg, evidently. Punt kicks the ball towards centre wing. A wobbly old kick up in front. They mark paid there. Player stacking on top. It is a chance for Manson to tap the footy out. Can't do so. Ball up both Mansons. Well, there was like a Sharon Tate cocktail party. There's a few Mansons out there today, Ronnie, and they both there stack on top of it, and we'll have a ball up decision. Centre wing position, far side of the ground. 10 points played, 7. Strong.
Okay, another goal to Adelaide. They're now 2 goals to 12 to Hawthorn's 1 behind.
Okay, back to the Western Oval as we see Corio through the agency of Swampy Marsh get on the footy. Hand pass to the direction of Mark Ettridge, who swoops on the footy, kicks it to half forward, looking for Boyle, but Nash in front, doing well for the Centrals. Sees it now over the line and out of bounds, about 65 metres from the Corio goal. We've been travelling about 19 minutes of this first quarter. Corio 1-1-7, trailed Centrals 1-4-10.
Pooley versus Boyle. Neither player doing much with it. Picked up by Nevada Cornwall. Bangs it on the foot quickly. Goes high in the air. Might have been touched off hands, it is. Luckily for Corio, because it looked like being a free kick, but getting up there, Dave McKernahan put the hand on it. Over the boundary line it goes. Not much happening out there, but Corio wasting valuable time out there, Ronnie, because the Centrals have got a 3 or 4 goal breach, and so far they've just got the one on the board.
Yes, it's a good effort by Corio, I would suggest, in this first term. Mark Ettridge now, hot on the footy. Gives it to Marsh, who caught one a bit high, and Craig Marsh, known as Swampy to his beloved ones, gets the free kick.
Marsh from the centre of the ground spears it in short, and he finds his teammate Keating, who runs onto the footy, just the attacking side of the centre of the ground. 2 and a good bit kicks out. Keating. The lead is on. The kick is a shocker, though. It lands with Darren Finlay. Got the shock of his life. Couldn't hold the mark. At the bottom of the pack, here's a chance. Edridge tries to crash his way through for Corio. Keogh's in there doing well for the Werribee Centrals. It comes out to Manson. This is Dean Manson. Goes on the left foot. Tumbles the punt towards half forward. Vlado Semjani runs onto it beautifully. Sells the dummy. Gives the hand pass to Boothroyd. He's caught. Loses the ball to the tackle. Play on as the call. Players tacking in on top of it down there. Picked up a bit of a kick at the goal mouth here by Corio. Oh, luck's a fortune. It's a mark. Keating got his foot to it. Probably out in front.
Cal Keating very damaged in early stages.
Did well to get the footy. He earned the kick there, Ronnie, because he was dumped unceremoniously, and coming out, taking a nice mark, Ian Cockrell. And the experienced campaigner here will be hoping to score a major for the Corio Devils.
Normally a very, very good kick of the football. He's about 20 metres out from goal, slight angle, a low trajectory drop punt. It looks good from here. The goal umpire likes it as well. A great goal. Ian Cockrell, he kicks his second, and Corio's second 6-point here this afternoon at the 20-minute mark of the first term.
Interchange coming up. Phil Phillips coming onto the ground now for Werribee Centrals. Coming off the ground is Timmy Ellis. Phil Phillips going to go. Looks like to a forward pocket, a half-forward flank. And he is a sensational mark, Ron. We certainly took one out at Atlantic one day there. He was up that high, that hand oranges up. He was up that long at three-quarter time. Sensational, Grant.
That's right.
Mudras just kicked this first, and Adelaide now 3-1-19. Hawthorn still only 1 point.
Okay, the bounce down. It's a shocker from Steve Ellison. It favours the little fella there from the Centrals in David Dowling. Fisted forward, though, Peter Brown. Opportunity, Brad Miller. Under pressure. Support, though, Greg Hart. Kicks quickly up there, looking for Phillips. Bad bounce. Trapped it well. On the left foot. Kicks it up and under. Up they go. Howard can't take the footy. Good work there from Paul Manson. Dumps it to ground. Pack of players. Formed in the forward pocket. And umpire Jeff Twitt will bounce down about 25 metres from the Centrals goal.
Phil Phillips there straight onto the ground and getting a possession. That'll settle his nerves down a bit. Here's the bounce down. Mick O'Toole's in there, but a kick off the pack. It might have been Howard, was it? I think it might be through on the left foot. It's a goal. Kicked by the Centrals. What a great goal. And they're just patting. It might be Greg Hart, was it? Yeah, I think you're right. Mickey Howard ran to him straight away. It was hard to pick up. There's a heap of players there. I think it's Greg Hart in the long sleeves who's bobbed one through for the Centrals. They've got 2 goals for 16 points on the board. Corio, 1 goal. Sorry, they're 2 go 4-16 Corio, and the Centrals have gone 2-1-13, 3 points the difference, and we've gone 22 minutes first quarter.
Roving reporter Noel Fanning.
Yes, mate. Out at St Albans in the under-18 first semi-final. St Joseph's 5-17-47 defeated Bell Park 4-5-29. In the reserves, St Mary's 12-6-78 defeated South Barwon 9-12-66. And if you want these scores to keep coming, I want danger money. Walking past this thick fill pot all day.
All right, thanks, Uncle Arthur. The ball came out of the centre. Marsh's kick was smothered. Finlay bundled on the left foot. It bounced down into the forward pocket. Beat all players over the line and out of bounds. Shelley was giving pursuit. The boundary line loomed up a bit quick for Darren Shelley. 16 plays 13. Centrals are in front. We've played 22 minutes up the first quarter.
Ball back into play. Howard and Onturk do battle. Howard sharks the footy out of the contest, but it's picked up there. Good work for the Corio side. I think you'll find it was Cornwall, and he kicks the ball right across the face of goal and out of bounds on the members' side. Forward pocket, and it was actually Mickey O'Toole who did that good work for the Corio side.
Mick it was. Now the boundary's showing. Mick Howard gets the front position, but Onturk beat you to this after it hit the ground, I might add. Wasn't a good throw in that one. Onturk stacks in on top of it. They pile on top of him, and he's been pinned for holding the ball. Well, let's hope they're consistent, Rob. They've done it so far, and players should be awake up to it right now that he can't lay on the footy. Jimmy Onturk being the recipient, not the recipient, the offender on 2 occasions, and the free kick's gone to Ellis. Have a look at this kick from Ellis. Yeah. Magnificent kick for goal. It's a beauty. Werribee Centrals hit the front.
Just video, FM first quarter scoreboard. at the 23-minute mark of the first term. Now moves the Centrals on to 3 goals for 22 points. They lead Corio 2-1-13 here at the Western Oval for the Division 1 DFL preliminary finals.
That was, we better remind the listeners, that was Jamie Ellis, not Timmy Ellis. That one, Timmy's having a spell on the interchange bench at the moment. That kick from Jamie Ellis was an absolute beauty. Never looked like missing. We had a perfect view of it from just behind it, and the full points on the board. As Ronnie said, 22 plays, 13. The Centrals just getting away a little here, but they should do so because we're nearly into time on in the first quarter. They're kicking with the aid of a breeze, which I would suggest is freshening all the time. Umpire back in the centre about to start proceedings. Vlado Semjani going to do the ruck work. It bounces the way of Pulo. Almost takes it out of the air. Should have done so. Tapped to the ground. Picked up by Nevada Cormel. He eludes one tackle. Kicks the ball towards half forward for Corio. Oh, coming out, taking a good mark. And the back line was at Cecino. Took up the ball as well on that left foot. He's doing a great job for his side. Kicks at the centre half forward. Oh, but look at Nicky O'Toole. Like a steam train. Breaks through centre. Kicks up to half forward. The bouncing ball. Oh, Nevada Cormel sucked his stomach in, got around the opponent, kicks up to half forward. Mark Henry swoops on the ball and shoots. Oh, he's had booster on in the square by himself and has missed. Would have been a pretty handy goal, close to a quarter time, or just ticking the time on now, Roddy. Mark Henry just offline there. And well done back here by Dean Manson, the 14. He did some magnificent shepherding to allow Nevada Cornwall to get clear. 8 points the difference.
Matt Foot now, the fullback, punts it right out wide to the outer side of the ground. Kicked it 70 metres, the big fella. Now, Swampy Marsh swoops on the footy, breaks clear, punts it up to the left on his left foot, but in front, Kevin Keogh, the skipper of the Centrals, breaks clear at half-back and goes long out there to Greg Hart. Over his head it goes. Centre wing now, the footy, as we see Greg Hart recover well, kicking off the carpet. Good football for the Central side. As Jimmy Onturk thought he'd do the same thing, but poor footy, he's kicked it straight out of the park.
We should have bent down to that one, Ron. I mean, they had an opponent 2 or 3 metres behind him. He had every chance to bend down and get that one. The kick from the free kick comes across, and Brad Miller takes the mark at centre half forward. Spears a pass in towards the half forward line. It's knocked away well, and Vlado Semjani takes the footy for Corio. He kicks it back to the centre of the ground. Through comes McKinnon. He's trying to the tackle, loses it through the hands. Out wide it comes. Here's a chance for Galauka. Fires the hand pass across. He's got a teammate running right out of defence. Cecino does well. Comes down the ground. Kicks across towards half forward, and the mark taken by Pulai. Wants to move it quickly. Fordham's out on the lead. It's got too much carry for Fordham. Up he goes. It's knocked away from him. And at the back of the pack, Corio will take the ball away out of defence, and they've done that well in this quarter.
Yeah, Jimmy Onturk at Bros has had many touches early stages. Likewise, Mark Enrich doing well for the Corio side. Back in there fighting. Dispossessed of the footy. The loose ball comes out to the direction of Finlay. Oh, under pressure from great tackle, Greg Cockrell. Sees his brother Ian swoop on the footy. Up there, the half forward looks for Boyle, but Nash does well in defence, and he'll be happy to see the ball go over the line and out of bounds.
Yeah. Well played, Nash. He's having a good duel with Boyle, isn't he? Both have been good players early stages.
Contest.
First quarter scoreboard shows 22 points on the board to the Centrals, and it shows 14 points on the board to Corio. Boundary throw in. The wind carried that one about 20 metres the way of the Centrals, and 2 hands, they've got it towards half-back. Good tackle laid out here by a Corio player. He's going to go unrewarded, and I thought it was a pretty good one. They could well have got a free kick, and Ian Cockrell just thinking the same thing.
Yeah, a little bit unfortunate, the Cockers, and fell up by Steve Ellison's going to bounce down at half foot. Out of sight of the Western Oval. Corio doing the attacking late stages of the first quarter. 22 points, pays 14. Where is Central leading?
Finlay's thrown off the ball, but Morley picks it up for the Centrals. Punt kicks back towards centre wing. Mark taken by Johnny Cousins. Gets a touch, gets a kick up long. Boothroyd uses the fist because he couldn't mark. Slaps it out wide. Hand pass over the top for Corio. Can they run onto the footy down here? Manson is going all around the place. He picks it up and bangs for goal. Getting back, Gus Cecino takes a mark right up the goal line and plays it immediately. Swings it out towards Galauka at half back. Keating's got too much pace. Paddles the ball in front of him. But Galauka keeps going, kicks it up the ground. It's lobbed in the centre of the ground. Corio player lost the ball in the air there for a minute. He might get a free kick. No, it's going to go the other way. A throw. Ronnie Brain right on the job there. A throw on the Centrals. Get the free kick in the centre of the ground. We've played 27 and a half minutes of the first quarter.
He takes down Liz too and punts it long up there looking for the big fella. Howard, yes. Oh, not paid by the umpire. Oh, you've got to be joking.
He called the play on.
Now, kick it up at half back, kick it up the centre wing, but it drops short, and Mickey Galalka in front says, thank you very much.
Takes the mark and swings it back into the corridor. This time Howard's up again, can't mark. At the bottom of the pack, picked up by Brad Miller. Had a flying right foot shot to the goal mouth and stripped him well offline. And 1 point only will go on the board to the Winnoway Centrals when they need a couple more goals, I think, running before quarter time.
Yeah, they certainly do. And, gee whiz, I suggest, as you did earlier, it's going to be worth 3 or 4 goals this breeze, and it will get stronger as the day progresses. Centrals now move to 3-5-23. They're leading Corio 2-2-14. 28 minutes gone to the first quarter.
Here comes McNamara. He knows McNamara on the leader of the band. He puts the foot into it out the woods, half back. Up high from behind Cousins. Couldn't mark. Taken by Finlay. Had a million kicks in the first quarter. Goes across the ground. O'Toole can't mark for Corio. Keating overruns it. O'Toole goes back in to help him. Holds the ball in. Gets it out very quickly to On-Turk. On-Turk has to tumble a punt. Nowhere to go but up the guts. Oh, here comes Ian Cockrell. Does it well. Cool in the crisis. The hand pass. The look-away hand pass was to Manson. He lost it. Picked up by Cicino. It seems to be playing down the ground a bit. Long punt kick from Cicino. And Howard takes the mark in the forward pocket. 35 metres out from goal on a very acute angle. And he'll have to drip this across the breeze and back in it should come.
Yeah, he'll aim for the far goal post, and I would suggest he'll kick it. He's offline, the big fella.
Well, crucial misses here late in this quarter, Ron. Almost 30 minutes gone first quarter as Greg Cockerell kicks in for Corio. Out to half back. The target was Cousins. Didn't take the mark. Was paid the free kick, but played on immediately to Johnny Cousins. Out wide he goes looking for Etridge, and the batter's got it. Way up there at centre wing. He fires the pass looking in for Boyle. Corio player McKinnon chipped it in front of him. That allowed... looks like coming out of the pack there, the little fella kicks across the ground. It's a good one to Finlay, and Finlay sends them into attack the Centrals. Later stages of the first quarter, down towards half forward. Siren's gone. Siren's gone for quarter time in the preliminary final of 1993, where we see Corio in the first quarter against the Breeze managed 2 goals to 14 points. They are trailing the Winnoway Centrals, who with the Breeze, well, they got 3 goals, 6-24, and I just wonder if that was enough, Ronnie.
Yeah, I don't think it is. Cookie, you know...